Good evening, cult members, and welcome to Pop Culture Cult. I'm Sean.
I'm Janice.
And this is going to be our trailer reaction for the teaser for Paper Girls. I'm not going to say anything about this. I've watched this twice. I want to see what she has to say. So, Paper Girls. And it's stroll plane.
Everything's purple.
This is some kind of time travel. We're in 2019. We're gonna get back to 1988. Who's there? What are you doing in my house?
What are you doing in my house?
That's her. Holy shit. Okay, this isn't real. This isn't real. This is real.
Grandfather paradox?
And then, not unless they try to kill her. Try to kill yourself. So there's not much in this trailer.
No.
This is like just a teaser.
Yeah.
Brian K. Vaughan,
Yep.
who is one of the writers on this, one of the main writers on this, has been teasing that there was stuff coming, and it's coming July 29th, which is the week after San Diego Comic-Con. So I'm pretty sure there'll be some kind of...
So they're dropping the series then?
It's Amazon Prime. I believe it's the whole series. The first 8, I think it's an 8 or 10 episodes. I don't remember for sure.
Okay. That seems like that's a month. And this is the first...
Yeah.
That's
so this has been a really weird kind of concept. So Why the Last Man, which was also Brian K. Vaughan's, they tried a movie. They tried like 3 different series. They finally got FX to do it. They filmed it. They started filming it. The pandemic happened. They couldn't finish filming it. They had to do a bunch of editing. They released it, and then nobody really watched it because everybody was busy rewatching Doctor Who or The Office or whatever else.
Yeah, I don't know that it was really well advertised.
Right.
Like you were talking about it or whatever, and no one else was talking about it.
I felt like I was screaming into the void of the internet.
Yeah.
And a couple people from the show was replying back like, hey, thanks for talking about this, because I was the only one screaming into the void.
Yeah.
This is another thing from Brian K. Vaughan, along with Saga. Paper Girls and Saga and Why the Last Man were 3 of the first comics that I kind of got into when I decided as a 40-year-old to get into comics. The story itself is about... trying not to say what I want you to know what's going on. I also don't want to tell you what's going on.
Well, obviously there are however many 5 girls, whatever, from 1988 who are now in 2019.
Right. So there are 4 girls, and they the Halloween night of 1988. So the next morning, they're out doing the paper routes. So
hence Paper Girls.
And hence Paper Girls. Let's talk about 4 girls in 1988 with paper routes. Just having that conversation.
That's how they got kidnapped back then.
Yeah, that's how Satanic Panic. No, wait, that was earlier. But they come across these 2 boys, these 2 people wrapped up in bandages. They chase them, and they find a capsule. And they go in the capsule, and they end up being in 1996 in the comic, and in here it's 2019, which makes complete sense. And it's them trying to get back. So there's a ton of other stuff that goes on in there, but I want to kind of leave that be. But it's this idea of fish out of water. Do you want to go back to your previous life? Do you want to be here? Kind of that conversation.
Right.
There's a girl who's living on her own at 16, smokes, drinks, swears like a sailor. There's one girl who's kind of the goody two-shoes of the group. They got a couple of girls that are a mix of the two. They're let's go do an adventure, but also maybe we should go home. The lights are on.
Right.
But my biggest concern that I have for the show is that the start of it feels runs parallel kind of storytelling as the beginning of Stranger Things.
Okay.
And the idea veers in a different direction from Stranger Things.
Right, but people are going to think it's just a rehashing of Stranger Things.
Yeah, and this story came out long before Stranger Things. Was out.
Right.
Well,
and Stranger Things, I mean, to be honest, Stranger Things is a conglomerate of all the things that the Duffer Brothers enjoyed when they were younger. I mean, still enjoy, but
yeah,
all the, Nightmare on Elm Street and Stephen King and all that stuff and all the music and everything.
Goonies and
Goonies and
Ghostbusters.
yeah,
And blah, 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 blah,
yeah.
yeah.
So it's not. I mean, there's only like 5 stories out there, and
Right.
it's just
Right, but
retelling them.
But this really, I'm when they announced that they were doing this, I was really excited about Why the Last Man. I love that show. I think it's almost perfect. I'm pissed that they didn't renew it. Like I was hoping somebody would pick it up.
Yeah.
But this story is very. It's. I don't necessarily want to say it's young adult YA. I don't want to say it's quite there, but it definitely skews much more to a younger audience to begin with. And then as you go along, it deals with some heavy what it means to be an adult
Mhm.
and like losing your childhood early. And do you have a chance to kind of fix that kind of, the Atom Project kind of had that kind of same
Right.
kind of feel to it, the
Yeah.
kind of idea, can
Yeah.
I fix it? So I have a better childhood. And so that kind of concept is, I think, what's going to be the base of this kind of show.
Yeah.
And stuff. But 4 girls riding bikes in the middle of the night in 1988. Just start there and let your mind wander. And there's time travel and meeting yourself in the future. And the one girl, I should have looked up what her name was. She is a perfect person to be hanging out with our group of friends. Like, I'm not kidding. She they stop. She lights up a cigarette, and she tries to offer one to one of the girls, and they're all like, "No, how would you get cigarettes?" She's like, "I just go to the store and buy them." And then she pulls a flask out and starts drinking.
Yeah.
And offers,
Welcome to being a teenager.
yeah,
in the
yeah,
80s.
yeah. Maybe they're 15, but yeah, it's like that 15, 16 time period.
Yep.
But I'm excited for this, obviously.
Sure.
I'm talking a bunch about it, but I want to know what you guys think. Let us know what you thought of this teaser. I wish they would have given us more. We'll get more.
Yeah.
We'll get more. Tell us what you thought of this teaser and our thoughts on it in the comments down below. Please be nice. Subscribing around here. Like this video. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell for notifications. Follow us on all the social media stuff. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Links are in the description down below. I've been talking for an hour straight.
Aw.
Until next time, cult members. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.